Hi friends, we have discussed motion of center of mass. Now we are going to discuss next topic, that is 7.4. It's a linear momentum of a system of particles. It's a linear momentum of system of particles. We know that momentum is defined as product of mass and velocity. Suppose there is a rigid body which has, it is m1 which is r1, m2 r2, m3 r3, m4 r4, mn rn, and m1 m2 m3 so on mn are masses. These are masses. It is r1 r2 r3 rn distance from axis of rotation, and v1 v2 v3 vm velocities of different particles. These are velocities of different particles. Therefore, the momentum of first particle is m1 v1. Momentum of second particle is m2 v2. Now we all know R. For this one, center of mass R is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus so on mn rn divided by m1 plus m2 so on mn. This is total mass of the body, or it is a mass of sum of mass of all the particles, which is capital R, which is equal to m is sum of mass of all masses of all the particles. R is position vector of center of mass. Now m1 r1 plus m2 r2 so on mn rn. If I differentiate dr by dt, it's a change in position of center of mass with respect to time, which becomes m1 dr1 by dt plus m2 dr2 by dt plus so on mn drn by dt, which becomes mv. It is the velocity of center of mass. Total mass into velocity of center of mass, which becomes m1 v1 plus m2 v2 plus mn v10, which is equal to p1 plus p2 plus p3 plus pn. So m into v is equal to p. We get relation. Momentum of a system of particle is nothing but summation of masses of all the particles into velocity of center of mass. You see this one. This is velocity of center of mass. We reach to a very important thing, that is, it is the velocity of center of mass. Now from this one we can simply reach to the Newton's second law. It's so momentum of a system of particle is nothing but total mass of the system into velocity of center of mass. What does it mean? It means that the body, which is extended body, is considered to be point object, and that point is center of mass. So complete n particle system is converted into one particle system. Now P is equal to m into V. So dP by dt is equal to m dV into dt. Therefore ma is equal to F, which is equal to dP by dt. So it is nothing but Newton's second law. This is also dp by dt is, there is a no internal force acting in this one, it is external force. It is not the only one force, but it is a summation of all the forces acting on the system of particles. So now we have again come to the same thing, that is, this is the momentum of the center of mass. So dp by dt, that is momentum m into a is equal to F external, or F is equal to m into a, where this a is acceleration of center of mass. Now again we are going to discuss two specific cases here. What happens in these two cases will make this concept more clear. Now in explosion, in nuclear reaction, radium, radium is there, it is bifurcating into radon, and this is alpha particle. Whenever nuclear reaction takes place, then radium is disintegrated into radon and helium particle. In this one, suppose that this radium is moving along the straight line. This is the radium. It comes here and then it's exploded. It is the radon, Rn. This is alpha particle. Now they are going in these two directions. But interesting thing is that, or surprising thing is that, every time if you see at this position, the center of mass of these two move along the same straight line. Here, at this position, I find out center of mass, and it's a very interesting result. This center of mass of these two, it is always along the straight line where the radium was moving. Suppose that radon is here, helium is here. This center of mass will be along this line. Similarly, here is radon. At this position also, center of mass will be along this line. So, center of mass do not change its path, even though the disintegrated particles, they go in different directions. Suppose that radium is a stationary, it is Ra is a stationary. Then after explosion, after reaction, it is helium particle is going in this direction and radon is coming in this direction. Fine. Center of mass of these two will always remain here. What does it mean? It simply means that helium will move with more velocity and will go far from radium, while radon will move with less speed and will not go as far as helium moves. This is one example of the two particle system treating as a one particle system by using center of mass. One more example is discussed in your book, that is the twin star. What is the meaning of twin star? See that many stars from long distance, when we watch them, they are a single one particle, they appear as one particle, but actually they are two stars. And their motion is always like this. They are, one star is going in this way, then other star is moving in this way. See that. This is S1, this is S2, this one is moving S2. So now, whenever this S1 is, suppose it is here, then this S2, it remains here. Now S1 is moving to this direction, while S2 is moving in this direction. Thereby, they appear. Here it is a center of mass. S2 is here, S1 is here, but their center of mass remains along the same straight line. Every time, if it is here, another one is here. 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 So this twin star simultaneously, their center of mass is moving along the straight line, but they are also moving in uniform circular motion, and they keep on. Here again, law of conservation of momentum is obeyed. This is possible. Here, when it is possible, these two motions are possible when F is equal to dp by dt, and this F is equal to 0. Force is equal to 0. It means that P is a constant. This P is constant. It also means that it is a law of conservation of momentum. When this P is constant, then there are three constants. Px is equal to C1, Py is equal to C2, Pz is equal to C3. So when it remains constant, it also means that Pv is constant. And when Pv is, it is not Pv, Mv is a constant. V is constant. When there is no external force, they move with uniform velocity. Their velocity do not change. You can see it here also. They go up to this one, radial is moving. Here they exploded, and every point you can check it. Their center of mass continues to move along the same straight line with the same speed, and this proves, or this system obeys law of conservation of momentum after disintegration also. Here simply, here you can, it will make it more clear. Radial is 0, therefore P is equal to 0. It moved to this side, it is M helium, V helium. It is M radon, V radon. You can see these two velocities are opposite in direction to each other. And then when we add them, it gives you 0 momentum. Thus, the law of conservation of momentum is obeyed by system of particles. In this case also, the complete system of particle can be treated as a one-point mass which is situated at the center of mass. That's all. Thank you.